Sarah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the New York AC went out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what they didn't have the sound on. So, Ella,
Hello.
another national title.
You know, I don't have that many of them.
I know.
It's kind of crazy. I
More
never.
world teams than national
Correct. Yeah, like a lot more. Like double. So I'm catching up with the national championships. That's why we showed up here today.
We do get more world medals.
Yeah, you really can't. I would trade all the national championships for those world medals. So, you know, I might miss a few national championships, but I always make the world team. So that's where the paycheck is too. So that's nice.
But in this final year, that quality point, no doubt.
For sure. I mean, she's another world team member.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, that's what her other jobs.
Yeah, that's true.
And she was looking forward to the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
How was that match for you? How did you feel? And obviously, you were able to get a bunch of tilts and finish it. But what was that match like for you?
You know, I think Victoria's had a good training situation throughout quarantine, and at least that's what she's making it look like on social media. So she's doing a great job. But you know, I was excited to go out there, and she's big and strong. And I don't know if she's solidified in which weight she's going. So hopefully, I convinced her to go back down to 68. But we'll see what happens at Olympic trials.
Yeah, she told us she wasn't sure yet.
Yeah, she should be sure. I mean, she had an outstanding performance today, and even going out there, I mean, she gave me my longest match of the day. So I mean, she's definitely a contender no matter what weight she goes at, and she's strong and tough and dedicated, and everything we are building here as Team USA.
Does it feel like an Olympic year now that you've been out there and wrestling, and you're seeing the people that are going to be part of what you're going to have to do to make another one?
No, not really. Yeah, this still is a little bit too weird. You know, like everyone in the mask, almost no one in the stands. Like there's still a buzz that usually happens around the Olympic year, and I just feel like there's so much fear within people. I mean, a third of my team's not here because there's just too much of unknowns and uncertainties, and that's going to be part of it. And unfortunately, my team and I have kept having this conversation about this is going to be our new normal of uncertainty and us not knowing. Like we still don't know if there's going to be a world championship this year. That keeps getting pushed back and back. And so COVID's really set this precedent of unknowns becoming just a basic norm. And so right now, this does not feel like the Olympic year. I am kind of pumped though, that the election and the Olympics are not falling on the same year. So that's kind of exciting. I feel like some of that buzz sometimes takes away, and some of those just distractions really distract from the sports world or from the presidential election. And so it's a big year for just a lot of things that are going on in our country. And I'm excited that there's going to be some separation of that going into the Olympic year. So I believe the pace is going to pick up. I believe we're going to start to feel like an Olympic team is coming. But right now, we just don't have enough information, enough solidified. So I'm not looking that far ahead right now. We're trying to get big and strong and try to get some consistency and some training and take some opportunities to train with some different people and see if we can make that work here on home soil until we open up our borders a little more.
Well, that's an amazing thing we've been going through.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, and you're a veteran, right? You've been through a couple of Olympic cycles, but there's no roadmap for this, is there? I mean,
there's not, but you know, there are people out there that have been through similar things. Like obviously this has never happened, but Kerry McCoy just took over as the RTC coach at Stanford, and we've had a lot of talks. Like he was on the world team when 9/11 happened, and they didn't go to the world championship that year. And he just talked about how he used to have such a consistent training plan, and it really put it in perspective that there are going to be these hiccups and there are going to be these unknowns. And I think that really helped push me to go to this competition and just use it as a mat time and just feel like we have some normalcy in our world. But there are little nuggets of people who have knowledge of experience about what to do when things don't work out the way you plan them. And right now our plans are all out the window. So I just want to plan a vacation.
yeah, I just had one. So
Oh, that's awesome.
take it if you can.
Yeah.
We have a few journalists on. I want to see if any of them have questions.
All right.
And,
Got 13 in the chat, so hi.
well, I don't see any questions or armed hands raised, so just you don't know when your next competition is.
I wish I did, honestly. Yeah, but it could be a lot this year. We could have a world team trial next year, or I mean next month, and then we could have the world championships in December. And then January, hopefully we'll be open up enough to have January camp, which is our national team coming together. And from there, you're just prepping for the Olympic trials into the Olympics. So it could be very fast.
Yep.
We could have COVID, have another upswing, and we gotta get locked down again. And my sister and I will go back to training in our backyards in our living room. So we're making it work. It's not ideal, but I think we're still making gains in smaller ways. And if nothing less, we're learning how to mentally deal with some things that maybe have never happened before.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This has been a fun weekend for us just to get the wrestling family back together.
It's so nice to see everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even tried to come to USA Wrestling one time, and on the door it was like employees only. I stuck my head in. I'm like, am I an employee? They're like, no, get out of here. I was like, okay.
Well, I think we're gonna let you in next time.
Good. My picture's on the wall, so I feel like that should be a little green pass, but I understand COVID makes its own rules. But thank you, and I hope everybody kind of watching and listening continues to follow me at Adeline Gray on Instagram and Twitter and everything. It could be a very exciting year, and nonetheless, we're going to be still training, still working hard, and that can be motivating and putting in effort in different areas. So thank you, and I appreciate you guys coming out here and risking your safety and your health, and we're happy that you were doing everything we can to keep each other safe.
Oh, yeah, you guys have a great trip home.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Be well.
All right, thanks, Gary.
Thank you, man.